So let's paint a picture for the universe in the future. Let's say 1,000,000 years from now, 2 trillion years from now. What's going to happen to our galaxy and the neighboring galaxies, and how's that going to change the science for the cosmologists that are going to come in the future?
Well, as you know, I've written about it. So, 2 trillion years in the future.
Yeah.
Well, first, let's do the history starting quicker, okay? Just so people get a sense. In 2 billion years or so, the sun will be 15% hotter. When that happens, there'll be a runaway greenhouse effect on the Earth, and the surface of the Earth will become like Venus is now. So the temperature of the Earth will be maybe 600 or 1,000 degrees. Not pleasant, even if you live in Phoenix now, where I used to live.
Yeah.
Which felt like hell most of the time. Anyway, that's 2 billion years. In 5 billion years, the sun is going to use up all of its hydrogen fuel, most of it, and it will, and the core will collapse inward, causing it to start to burn helium, and the outside will expand. So the sun will become larger than the Earth's sun orbit right now. So the Earth will be inside the sun unless we move the Earth, which we could do. So the Earth will be toast, okay, and everything that you now see will be gone. Well, it'll be vaporized and out in the cosmos. That's only 5 billion years, though. That's not much. Stars will last in our galaxy probably as much as 10 trillion years. The longest lived stars. And what'll happen is that before that, in about 5 billion years, the Andromeda galaxy is going to collide with our own. Won't cause much damage, except the galaxy will change. Very few stars will hit because most of it's empty space, but we'll stop being a spiral galaxy and will become kind of an elliptical galaxy. And then there are a lot of other galaxies nearby. In a period of maybe 100 billion years or so, those galaxies will collide together and we'll have one big meta-galaxy in our local region. But because the energy of empty space, if it continues to exist, is causing space to accelerate, the expansion of space to accelerate, distant objects are moving away from us faster and faster. And eventually they'll be receding from us faster than light. Because they can't travel through space faster than light, but the space between us and them can expand that way. And as I worked out, in somewhere between 2 and 10 trillion years, if the current energy of empty space remains what it is, then all of the galaxies that exist outside of our local cluster, which is bound, will disappear. And in 10 trillion years, or 2 trillion years, let's say, where there'll still be stars, and you might imagine some civilization will develop, even one that isn't created by a simulation, will develop around its nearby star, and they'll have astronomers and other things. The universe will look to them like our universe looked to us 100 years ago when we thought our Milky Way galaxy was it, and the universe was static and eternal. So in principle, that's what it looked like. I suspect smart scientists will figure out a way to figure out that it's actually expanding. But anyway, but that's okay. Even that's only finite in time, though, because eventually all the stars will burn out, collapse to form a big black hole in the center of our galaxy, which will then, if Stephen Hawking is right, over an indeterminately long time, 10 to the 60 years or something, will radiate away and disappear, and the universe will become cold, dark, and empty, and that's the future. That's the best possible future. The alternative is the expansion could stop somehow and we're wrong, and dark energy could go away and it could begin to collapse, and then we'd be, in a shorter time, we'd have a reverse of the Big Bang, a big crunch, which would destroy everything. Yeah, okay, sorry to disappoint you.
Your friend Cormac McCarthy had once said that I'm a pessimist, but that's no reason to be gloomy.
That's right.
Professor, I'm an optimist.
Do I look like I'm not smiling?
I'm an optimist, but the picture you've painted only gives me reasons to be gloomy.
No, I think it's actually, I don't think it's pessimistic at all. It should make you feel even better by being around right now. How lucky are you? How lucky am I? How lucky are we to be around right now? We can ask these questions. And since, what happens 2 trillion years from now is not going to have any impact on your life now. So enjoy it while you can.
Well, I guess that is an uplifting way to think about it. I think T.S. Eliot had said it best, like, this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Yeah. That's I've used that quote. I have to pay his estate to use it in one of my books. But yeah, absolutely. The way we now think is the universe is going to end with one big whimper. And
okay.
And it's, as I like to say, the future is miserable.
Yeah, what an uplifting thought. Okay.
It's exactly uplifting because we live in the present.
I feel so lucky. Okay, let's start wrapping up and
I'm
move
glad I've
into
improved your outlook already.
yeah, I feel I'm going to be bouncing on my heels as I walk around.
Exactly. I figured.